Hello, friends. This is Dave Horowitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And I have to say, I think the tam-tam is singularly appropriate because we're talking about Scriabin. Not that he was a major tam-tam guy. I mean, he did use it a lot in his later work, his later orchestral works. But there's that aura of mystery, of transcendental exoticism, of theosophy, and all the other weird crap he was interested in. Anyway, well, here I have it. We're going to have two videos of Scriabin. I'm amazed at how much Scriabin I've accumulated, given how little I generally care about him. I mean, I don't dislike Scriabin. Scriabin is one of those, I think my feeling for Scriabin, let's put it that way, or this way, has sort of followed the general trend. He's an important composer, an interesting composer, but he's always a little bit on the sidelines, you know? He didn't belong to any particular school. His style became very personal, but it's hermetically sealed. He began as kind of a Chopin epigon and then worked himself up to a fascinating contemporary composer. I mean, his music is really quite interesting, but it became very chromatic and strange and full of his own personal brand of mysticism. And, you know, you have to be in the mood. Let's put it that way. And I don't think he would object to that because he was kind of like a cult type person. And, you know, that was sort of, you know, his thing. So what we have, wait a minute, is this pile of stuff for CD1. And let's see what we got in the Scriabin world. There's lots of it. Well, this is a recording from Poland on Dux with Wojciech Kocjan, okay, doing Scriabin's Sonata number 1 and 2, and then music by Rachmaninoff, a couple preludes, and Prokofiev's Piano Sonata number 7. Rather enjoyed this disc, as I recall. I just got it because I liked the couplings. So I'm keeping it because I liked the couplings. And I still like the couplings. Couplings, not cufflinks, by the way. I don't know what the translatey thing on below is going to do because I've never seen them, but I hear they're hilarious. So it's not cufflinks, Google or Google bot or whatever you are. It's couplings. Thank you. Then we've got Yakov Kosman. He's really a good pianist. This is a terrific series of Scriabin things. Sonatas 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Calliope, which no longer exists. Now it's La Dolce Volta or something like that, right? They bought the whole Calliope catalog. But I kept this for that reason. Kosman I really like. I mean, I really do. Oh, then we've got this yummy thing. Nielsen 4 and the Poem of Ecstasy. Two pieces that go together like chocolate sauce on asparagus, as I think George Sell once said. You know, but it's the Los Angeles Phil and Zubin Mehta. And they're both really hot performances, very exciting, well played, excitingly recorded. This is on Eloquence, and the stuff has since been stuffed into the Los Angeles Zubin Mehta big box. But I kept this because sometimes it's easier to find these than it is to find the big boxes. Then we've got Glenn Gould's fabulous Scriabin selection, Piano Sonatas 3 and 5, and 2 Morceaux, and 4 Preludes, along with other weird stuff he did that, you know, he never should have touched, like the Chopin Third Sonata, Mendelssohn Songs Without Words, Prokofiev Vision Fugitive, Opus 22, number 2, which is like 2 seconds long, and the Prokofiev Seventh Sonata, which was surprisingly good, I think, actually. Gould, I think, was interested in Scriabin because of his, you know, chromatic interestingness, but boy, was he not into counterpoint, and I don't, you know, it's part of the Gould legacy, and I collected Gould at one point, just because everybody was doing it. I don't really think I knew what I was listening to, and maybe I still don't. So we'll see. Oh yeah, this is the Scriabin Symphony Cycle with Riccardo Muti and Philly. Absolutely the best thing out there in Scriabin Symphonies. Wonderful, terrific. And it was reissued, believe it or not, it was licensed and reissued by Brilliant Classics briefly. I still don't think they have that's a week, I got to get the words in order. I don't think they still have a license for this stuff because all these are back in the Riccardo Muti box. So I'm not sure. But boy, these are hot, hot, hot. great poem of ecstasy in Prometheus, too. Dmitri Alexiev is the pianist in Prometheus, and Frank Kaderabek is the trumpeter in the poem of ecstasy. Boy, these are glorious performances. They really are. It's one of the best things Muti ever did in Philly. Horowitz plays Scriabin. Well, it's nice to have these. You get the Fifth Sonata. I love the Fifth Sonata. I love this performance of the Fifth Sonata. No one's quite sure what the Fifth Sonata is. It kind of sounds like chromatic Ravel. I mean, it's just a wonderful piece. I mean, it has its own shape. It's only 12 minutes long in one movement. It's an amazing piece, remarkable piece. Then a big pile of preludes in the Sonata number 3 and a few etudes as well. Recorded 1953, 56, 76, and 82. Some of it was live. The Fifth Sonata was recorded live. I don't care. It's really wonderful. So there's that. And then, oh yes, Pletnev does Scriabin. He's a very good Scriabin player. Pletnev was 24 preludes, opus 11, sonatas 4 and 10, and some other goodies, 3 pieces and 2 pieces, and the poem Languide, which is quite languide. Thank God it's only a minute long, and the Danse Languide, which is even more languide and is only a minute long. Wonderful disc. Pletnev is such a strange guy. Strange guy. Scriabin piano sonatas with Vladimir Ashkenazy, sort of the standard set for a long time, and very, very good as well. You also get, let's see, so there's all 10 sonatas, plus the Quatre Morceaux, opus 51, and the Quatre Morceaux, opus 56, and 2 dances, and 2 poems, and 2 of these, and 2 of those on Decca. Really, really good performances. Scriabin has been very well served, actually, because he's one of those weirdos, and you don't do it unless you can get into the weirdness, basically. Symphonies 2 and 3 with the USSR Symphony Orchestra, Yevgeny Svetlanov, and the piano concerto with Alexei Nasedkin, and the poem of ecstasy as well. First release, this says. This is a BMG Melodia deal. When were these recorded? Do they even tell us? Yeah, they do, actually. 1963, 70, and 91. So quite a selection with quite a range of sonics, given the Melodia origins, as you might expect. I'm always interested in hearing like the Second Symphony in different performances, because everyone diddles the percussion parts. Some people had tam-tams. Some people have more cymbal rolls. I ran out and got the score after I first heard it, because I couldn't figure out, what Scriabin actually wrote. But I don't care. His music can take a little diddling. The complete preludes of Alexander Scriabin with Piers Lane on Hyperion, 2 full hours, 127 minutes. That's a lot of preluding. You wish you'd kind of like get to the main event. But here they all are, very well played, nicely recorded. I got this as sort of a library edition, because I wanted to have them all so I could refer to them, and I wouldn't have to look on bits and pieces of them scattered about a bazillion different recordings. If I had to, for example, review some and I needed something to compare and I wanted to be able to find them. So here they all are. It's nice to have these library sets. And last but not least, oh, how yummy, the New York Phil Sinopoly. Oh, Symphony number 3, the Divin poem. Oh, it's divin. Oh, it's just divin. The titles, lutte, struggles, battles, right? Volupté, voluptuousness, jeu divin, divine games. Oh, it's such bullshit. Oh my God. Love it. And the poem of ecstasy, another very good poem of ecstasy with the New York Phil, very, very well recorded. The poem of ecstasy is worth hearing for Phil Smith's trumpet, which is not like something so annoying that it makes you want to run away screaming. And so we have it. It's great. Yes. This was worth saving. We do need, DG, or Universal, really needs to do a Sinopoly box. A lot of the stuff he did was junk, but he had a point of view. It was this sort of decadent, strange point of view. And so his like Strauss with this really slow, luxuriating, it's different. Let's put it that way. His Elgar Symphonies, remember those? Oh my God. Really, really trashy. And so I think a Sinopoly box would be kind of lovely if it ever happens. So there we have it, my friends. Scriabin Part 1. Keep on listening and take care.